Hey friends, today I want to talk about an issue related to knowing how to choose the specific aspects of work experience to include in an interview. Because when you think about it, each job has a lot of different components. Let's say you're a social media coordinator for a local nonprofit, right? So as a social media coordinator, you're doing a lot of things. You probably strategize, you probably have to write, you probably have to do some graphic design, you do some scheduling, maybe some interviewing of people in your community. That's a lot. That's a lot of skills, and you can't probably mention all of them in an interview. So how do you choose what to focus on? One tip I like to recommend is called the manager hack. The manager hack is basically putting yourself in the mind of the manager that you're interviewing with. Let's say that your manager is a little older and maybe not great with technology. Okay, so that means you focus on the technology aspect of your social media internship. You say, hey, I know how to set up these systems, I know how to navigate the software, and I'm actually really great at explaining how to use it to people who, maybe don't know how to as well as I do. Or let's say you go into the interview and you know that your manager works with a huge team. They manage a lot of people. That manager probably doesn't want to micromanage a new employee very much. So that's what you focus on. You say, as a social media intern, I actually had a lot of free reign. I went in and got from point A to point Z without a lot of micromanagement. I was able to go in and post and schedule and get this content out without my boss having to hover over my shoulder. So I can get things done without a lot of intervention. That'd be great for that specific manager. The third example is a manager who is an idea person. You'll meet a lot of these people in business specifically. They have big ideas and they're probably really good ideas, but they need someone to implement. See, as a social media coordinator, I was able to get the big community engagement ideas of my boss into reality. I was able to set up the specific events and post the specific flyers that people could come to, see, and then say, hey, that's something I want to engage with. And so we were able to meet these big benchmark goals because of my implementation skills. I really think this would benefit your company and your team. In the end, empathy is key. We're making these leaps into the mind of the other person so that we can really find out what they need. And that's the big thing in sales and interviews and job applications, is saying, how do I, the job candidate, meet the needs that you have as a company or an individual? It's really simple, but again, humans are complicated, so sometimes these empathetic leaps can be kind of hard to pick up on. And again, it's all about picking up on these small cues that people give off. Again, you're not going to know this from the very beginning. In a resume or application, it's hard to target your information to the specific manager. But hopefully when you have a conversation, maybe you chat over email or you look at their LinkedIn profile or you go in for the interview, you'll be able to sense, okay, what does this person need and how can I best help them? And that's going to be great in getting you your next job.